of Sirius XM Radio Inc. And the reason I'm here is to announce on Howard Stern all the details about our merger. I've always told Howard that before I ever did any press, the first place I would be with Howard Stern. So before I talk to CNBC today, and before I do the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal, I'm at the place I should be, which is with Howard Stern.
Mel Karmazin is my hero, as you know. He has done incredible things for my career in radio. He's the guy who hired me in terrestrial radio. And he is the guy who just finished getting this merger put through. There's my hero. Look at him in his suit. I said, there's my hero. You're the hero of the day. You're the winner of the week. Here, Mel. Hi.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
What do I know about radio?
You know it all, evidently. Mel, congratulations on the merger of the new company, Sirius XM. Who came up with that name, Sirius XM?
We hired a team of about 100 people to try to figure out what we should call.
Is that true? Did you hire a lot of people to figure out what to call the new company?
Howard, have I ever hired a lot of people to do anything?
No, that's true. Now that I think about it, that's completely false. But why not give it the name either Sirius or XM? Although I started thinking about it, it's true. People know the name XM. People know the name Sirius. If you change it to a new name, you have to go out and spend millions of dollars marketing a new company.
Less of a factor than the real reason, which is if you buy a General Motors car, there's an AM button and an FM button and an XM button.
Right.
And it's in all of those cars today. The last thing we wanted to do was to make those things look obsolete. So somebody's driving in a car and they see this XM button and they say, what does that mean? And the same thing would be true if you have a Mercedes. There's the Sirius dog, as a button. And our goal was to make this as friendly to subscribers as possible. So there was a lot of other names that we could have gone with. But the simplest one and the best one for consumers seemed to be Sirius XM.
All right. Before we get into the particulars, as a personal, I'm interested in the human story here of the merger. What did this do to you as a person when you were waiting 18 months, sitting there and nudging and nagging the United States government, testifying before Congress? And the thing dragged on and on and on. It didn't, I was angry. I was upset for you. I really was. I was incensed because it made me lose belief in the government. The government eventually did the right thing, but at a high cost. I mean, waiting 18 months slows us down. What did that do to you personally?
So I can give you the BS answer, which is it made me a better person. But that's it. No.
Give me the real answer.
The real answer is it really was dreadful. Clearly, there was no reason that this merger should not have been allowed to take place.
Right.
But even if, in fact, somebody thought it shouldn't take place, it's not that complicated. You could have sort of said,
yes or no.
Yes or no. And you could have done that real early.
I spoke to a lawyer who handles these kinds of things. He says, you have no idea how many mergers are approved where there are real questions about whether something's a monopoly. He says, and they're approved almost immediately in terms of compared to the Sirius XM deal. Why was this dragged out so long? Was it me? Did you ever think it might be me?
I thought it might be you all the time.
Right.
In part because of you, satellite radio became so visible.
Right.
And, satellite radio, I mean, if you think about when you joined the company.
Right.
There were 600,000 subscribers.
Right.
Not top of mind in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Certainly a lot of work was done. XM had more subscribers than Sirius did at that time. And but satellite radio wasn't top of mind. Suddenly, after you joined, and after it became such big news that you were coming to satellite radio, anything involving satellite radio then became very big news. So the fact that the announcement was on the front pages of the Wall Street Journal, on the front pages of the New York Times, I had done, my career about over $200 billion worth of mergers and acquisitions.
Right.
This is an unbelievably small deal, an
right.
exciting one,
right.
and will be a big one, but not a big deal.
And for a small deal, there's an inordinate amount of attention on it.
Far more than This deal took longer to do. We had more congressional hearings. There were more comments made to the government than ExxonMobil combined.
Which is unbelievable when you think about it.
Well, when you consider the impact of that merger and the amount of money it involves, yeah.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. When I think about this merger and how long it took and what it took, let me tell you something. You got very thin. Did you think this is a result of? Did it wear you down?
I will tell you this. I was on a hunger strike until the FCC. I tried everything to get this deal approved. We made some voluntary commitments. We said we would do things for minority ownership. We said we would do a whole bunch of things, and we still weren't getting it. So I decided that if I stop eating, maybe people will pay
But
attention.
has the government overstepped its bounds? In other words, the FCC's mission, my father was talking about this yesterday on the radio. He said the FCC's mission was never to set price controls. Where do you see the government?
Or to tell somebody how to run a business.
I mean, where do you see the government doing that? They don't even tell ExxonMobil how to do this. Why don't they set price controls for gasoline?
So the standard that the FCC has for approving a merger is that the merger is in the public interest. That is a broad standard.
Right.
So the FCC now looks at mergers and says, is this a merger that's in the public interest? They never set price controls. What we voluntarily did
was set price controls.
We said, you know what? We compete with free radio. We don't want to raise our prices. As a matter of fact, if anything, we'd like to lower our prices so that we can get more subscribers. Because you would think that if you charge $14.95 instead of $12.95, you'd have less subscribers. And if you charged less money, you'd have more subscribers.
Right.
So we, in trying to get the FCC to move the process along and approve this merger finally, we said, here's what we're going to do. And we outlined some voluntary commitments that we were prepared to do. The FCC accepted our voluntary commitments and therefore said this merger is in the public interest.
But you had two Democrats on the FCC sitting there and saying, hey, we think there should be price freezes and this kind of stuff. That sounds like communism to me.
There are two members of the FCC. They happen to be Democrats who are by the way, very nice, very smart people, but have never seen a merger in media that they would approve.
Why?
Because they believe, in general, there has been far too much consolidation in the United States in media. There's so few companies, News Corp, Viacom, Disney, these few media companies own all of these assets, and therefore consolidation should never, ever be allowed. It's so bizarre that viewpoint exists. I mean, I'm not...
Because this is capitalism. This is a way of making money. This is a way of a company staying in business. I mean...
But satellite certainly isn't, the free press or the free media.
No, not at all.
But not only all of those things that you guys say, I agree with, but the consumer with the internet and all of this technologies that's out there have never had more choices than ever.
Well, you know who was against this the most was the NAB. That's regular radio. Terrestrial radio was really against this. And I said, of course they're against this because guess what? With a stronger satellite as a competitor to them, they're shaking in their boots. They're nervous that we're that good.
And Howard, I think I really do feel that I need to take some time right now to absolutely thank the NAB for their objection to this merger. Because when I told the board that we were going to go ahead with this merger, so back in February of 2006, I guess it was, 7, I guess, I told the board that one of the things that would help our merger would be that if the NAB challenged our merger. And the reason for it, it would clearly demonstrate we compete with broadcasters. We know, we in radio.
So your plan all along was saying, hey, if the NAB challenges it, it shows that we have competition.
There's no, how could there possibly be a monopoly if the broadcasters are fighting it? And they spent so much money, and some of the smart people in Congress and some of the smarter people at the FCC, when they kept talking about, boy, this is going to be a duopoly into a monopoly. The more the NAB said that, the more they sort of laughed and said, come on, why are you here if, in fact, you think that these people shouldn't be allowed to combine?
Do you feel a personal vindication? Did you take this personally, the NAB going after you, everyone after you?
You were a member of that group, weren't you?
That's right. You were a member of that group, and now you've given them the big finger. You won versus the NAB. That's got to feel good. Come on.
I think everybody who works, for the company should feel really good because what we have accomplished, and hopefully we'll have a couple of seconds to talk about how the company looks today.
Right.
Yes.
I feel really good about it. When I was in terrestrial, old-fashioned radio, I hated satellite radio, okay? It was nowhere near. I mean, if you think about where it was.
Nothing, yeah.
It wasn't
nothing.
there. But you know what? I hated it. I mean,
Anything called radio that you had to sit and compete with, why would you like it?
Why would I want somebody, if you're driving in your car, I want you listening to my radio stations.
Of course.
I don't want you listening to, an iPod, and I don't want you listening to satellite radio. I don't want you doing anything but listening to my commercials on my radio station.
Absolutely.
So I was against it. I understand why they were against it. Their strategy, wasn't a particular good one to stop it. But even if their strategy were good and they did everything right instead of some of the things they did, the merger should have been allowed to happen anyway.
Did there come a time in the last 18 months that you started to feel the merger would not be approved?
I could tell you, Howard, from the very beginning until we closed the merger, 8 o'clock the night before last, I had doubts that the merger would happen throughout that whole process.
So did I. In fact, Robin even said when you kind of announced that the merger, or the FCC announced the merger had been approved, Robin said to me, what are you going to say on the air about it? I said, nothing. I don't even believe it's really happening. I think.
Do you believe it now that Mel is here?
Yeah, I do. Now I do believe it. And I see that the stock now is called Sirius XM, and that there's no more XM and no more Sirius. I understand now that it's real.
I sent you, I don't know if you even got a chance to look at it, but I sent you an email on Friday night after the merger was done.
Yes.
You sent me one back. And then I responded to you because you were saying something like congratulations, and I said no.
Right.
Okay, so as of last Friday night, after the FCC approved it, I still had questions. We needed to XM. I don't want to get, it's not complicated. XM had a bunch of debt, so in this ugly market that exists, on Wall Street and finance, we in the last week had to raise $1.25 billion.
Oh.
Wow.
So unless we raised that $1.25 billion, we couldn't close the merger.
It was still in question.
How do you raise that kind of money? Where do you go?
You go to large institutions and hedge funds and investors, and you tell them that, we wanted to raise $400 million of debt. It turned out we raised $700 million, and then we needed to sell some equity, and that was very ugly because the market was terrible, and I hated the thought of selling stock at the price that it was at.
Right.
But the merger was so important because the efficiencies of the merger, the combination.
Where did you learn all of this? I mean, you used to be a salesman.
He knew
You
nothing.
taught me this.
I mean, where did you learn all this? I mean,
know. You don't know
started
these
out as a
things.
radio salesman. All of a sudden, I hear you
didn't
talking
go to
like
business school, did you?
I mean, what's going on? Are you taking night classes?
So
What did you do?
He got another degree.
All right, let me
I
ask
barely.
you this.
I don't think there was a business school that would accept me.
You sure you know what's going on? No, I mean, really. I mean, these
He
are.
sounds sophisticated.
This is a lot of stuff going on, raising these monies and figuring out how to do all this. But okay,
Sounds
here's
like a
the
lot
bottom
of
line.
stress.
Here's the real human question. If the merger had not gone through, let's paint a different scenario. You had failed. In other words, you weren't able to achieve this. Would you have left this company?
No.
You would not.
I think that would have motivated me more because there was a question in some people's minds whether or not if the merger didn't happen, would Sirius be able to survive?
Yes.
Right.
So clearly, and the answer is absolutely. I mean,
Right.
who knows, right? I mean, but I truly believe that, if you hooked me up to that lie detector test and asked me if, in fact, the merger did not happen, would Sirius survive? The answer would be yes.
Would XM have died?
They say not. I didn't have enough information about XM, but the CEO of XM said the same thing. I will tell you, had the merger not happened, I would have done everything possible to make that happen.
Right. To make sure they went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that would have been my
That's
goal.
the plan. That's the secondary backup
said,
plan.
That there was going to be only one company anyway.
So you would not have been defeated. You would not have said, that's it, I can't do this anymore. You would have stayed with the company, and you would have said, I'll grow Sirius and let XM do whatever XM does, and we will see who the better company will win.
The second part was true. I'm not sure the first part. I would have felt defeated. I mean, I would have felt that, I tried something, spent an awful lot of money to try to get this merger done, spent a lot of our time, put our company, in essence, in limbo. The stock was in limbo for this period of time. It wasn't a bet the ranch kind of a situation where the company would have failed. But, I mean, shame on me if, in fact, the merger didn't happen, because I put a lot of resources to make it happen.
Things were stalled out by waiting 18 months. In other words, you couldn't even advertise as much. You couldn't sit there and go, gee, I got to make my business plan. Don't you think even the consumers were confused and saying, I don't know which one to get now?
That last one is the most significant impact. What has happened at retail. So, yeah, people still bought the car, and when satellite radio came in the car, they were thrilled with it.
Right.
But the large number of people who want to go to Best Buy or Circuit City and say, I want satellite radio, would go into the store, should I buy it now? Which one should I buy? Are these radios going to work after the merger? There was so much confusion in the marketplace. If you think about it, it's almost like the high-definition DVDs.
Right.
There was Blu-ray, and then there was HD DVD.
And until it got all sorted out, you didn't know what the hell to do.
So no one bought anything.
That's right.
That's exactly what happened during this merger.
Was there ever any pressure from the board? When is this going to happen? Because this is, they're looking at you. You say, let's go do this, and now it's taken 18 months or whatever it's taken, and we're sitting around doing nothing.
So all of the board members were there before I got there. So this is not Mel's board.
Right.
They were phenomenal. I mean, there was not one hiccup. There was not 1 minute of throughout this whole process and everything that needed to be done, they were 100% supportive, and I really appreciated that.
And what about on a personal level? Your beautiful wife, Terry, who I adore, did she, when the word came that the merger had been approved, was there lovemaking involved? Was there a celebration? Did she put on an outfit? I mean, what does she do?
Special?
She's got to do something good for you. What happened? Take us through every detail.
I must tell you.
Yes.
The beautiful Terry has always been there for me and has done everything.
But this is special.
I think as soon as the merger was announced, and I got home, and that I woke her up and I said, Tara, the merger was just approved. She said, Mel, could you take the dog out for a walk?
Is that what happened?
So that's what happened. So that's
and on another personal level, why is Tim Sabian so heavy now? What's going on with his weight?
I didn't notice.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's getting big.
Well, you went on a hunger strike.
He
went on an eating
This has
strike.
been very stressful.
We all express our frustration in different ways.
That's right. So you tell me Terry did nothing special for you after the merger was approved.
What about the dog? You took the dog?
I took the dog for a walk. I did pick up after the dog. So I still know what my role in life is.
When did you become such a dog person? That's the other thing. I mean, what is this with this dog? What happened to you?
Do you really want to hear this?
Yeah,
I mean, this is
what
really
happened to you?
So when I married Terry, Terry had always been a dog person. I never had a dog.
You don't like anything but radio.
Why? Right. What do I want a dog for?
Right.
Terry wanted a dog more than I didn't want a dog.
Right.
We adopted a dog at a shelter. So we adopted a border collie, 4 years old, named Angel. I can't believe how stupid I was for all of these years in not having a dog.
You love dogs.
I have become addicted.
What is it about the dog?
One of my favorite charities are things related to dogs and animals. I can't tell you it's the fact that when I come home at night, the dog licks my face, because Terry used to do that. Okay?
I don't see her doing that anymore.
No more.
Maybe
no
when
more. I just love the dog. I mean, dog sleeps in our bed. I mean, absolutely, totally addicted to it.
And would you say the dog likes you better than Terry?
Terry thinks that. Okay.
Really, it's that good.
Yeah, but
because I know my dog likes Beth better than me.
Terry spends an awful lot of time, with the dog.
Right.
But I truly believe that, if there's any listeners, I hear snoring. I mean,
no, how do you win the dog over in a sense to make it like you the best?
If you're not the one spending all the time.
When Terry's not around, I talk to the dog and tell the dog all the bad things about Terry.
And the dog seems to understand.
And the dog gets it.
And so now let's look at the future of satellite radio. Okay, where are we at? Because people
What
do
is
have
this
questions.
company now?
Okay.
All right,
great.
what are we doing?
So let me tell you where we are today,
All right.
because a lot of people have perceptions of satellite radio, small company, things like that. If you today just add XM and Sirius together, so this is where we are today.
Today.
We are the second largest radio company in the world.
Woo!
Our revenue is $2.2 billion.
Wow.
The only radio company today that has more revenue than we do is Clear Channel.
Right.
And we're growing rapidly, and they are not. So we will become, in my opinion, the largest radio company in the world.
I always said it.
In a very short period of time.
That makes them mental.
We have today over 18 million subscribers.
That's something.
The only
Well, how
company,
many people can hear us now, though?
the only company that has more subscribers is Comcast.
Wow.
We have more
Cable?
Right.
Wow.
We have more subscribers than DirecTV, more than EchoStar, more than Cablevision. So Comcast has 24 million subscribers. Sirius XM has almost 19 million subscribers.
That's impressive.
So I think the main issue of the merger, because I think the rap today on satellite radio is no longer, will satellites work? Well, we know they work. You know, will we be able to attract content? You're the poster child that we can attract content. Will people pay for radio? Almost 19 million people today are paying for radio.
And enjoying it.
And loving it.
Yeah.
And the satisfaction level is phenomenal. The question is, will satellite radio make money? Because it's been around a long time, and company at some point has to make money.
Right.
This merger, in essence, creates such efficiencies because we were duplicating a lot of things together. They were advertising, we were advertising, they had call centers, we had call centers, right?
All that costs money.
All of that stuff now enables us to make money. So the question now really that's left is how much money we're going to make.
Not if
we're going to be able to make money.
I like
and
this.
it's so exciting.
good.
And, I can't tell you that. I mean, do we have
Shall
competitors?
we dance?
Shouldn't Robin get topless?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Hey, Mel.
I mean, really.
You never have said that in all of these years.
You ever
How
need
dare
to
you?
research? You've lost your mind.
Trey Jolie, Robin.
So, I mean, there's a tremendous amount of competitors out there. I mean, obviously, when audio entertainment, is big, there's a lot of ways you can get content. There are going to be more ways you're going to get content in the future. But I can't come up with a better way, than our way. Because when you think of audio entertainment, you think of out of home, because in home, though obviously a lot of people listen to audio content, you still got television and internet and stuff like that.
Got even more competition.
You got even more. So the place that was always, the holy grail was in the car.
Right.
And we have deals with every single car company.
That's terrific. That is so great. I mean, that's true, because now that we're the combined
That's right.
company, we can
Everybody's
do.
under the
So
same
in
Now, what
umbrella.
answer
about
to
the
Robin's
yes.
question, about when we could be heard, so the deal closed at 8 o'clock on Monday night. I spent yesterday at XM in Washington. I'll be back at XM tomorrow.
Right.
And one of the things that we've already worked on at Sirius and that XM has also been working on is when our call centers, when you call up, will be in a position, and our IT will be in a position to offer the best product on each other's service. So as an example, we're anxious to have your show on XM receivers.
Me too.
All of the receivers that are out there today will be able to get it. So the existing, 9 million XM subscribers will be able to get it. And in early fall, we're thinking September, but it may slip to October.
Right.
But the hope is in September, your show and some other serious content will be extended and offered to XM subscribers if they want to receive it.
Ooh.
So if I'm an XM subscriber right now or a Sirius subscriber, I still get the same services I get.
Nothing changes.
And then I can add to that.
Yes, you'll be able to, and the price that we announced to the FCC that we've committed to is for $4 a month. Right, for $4 additional to the $12.95, if you're an XM subscriber, you'll be able to get the Howard Stern Show and various other content that we will disclose as well. If you're a Sirius content and you want to get some of XM's content, you'll be able to do that as well. If you don't want to do it, if you
don't have to do it.
You don't have to do it. You keep everything just the way it is. If you want to do it, that'll be an opportunity.
So you always get everything you always got anyway.
There's no disadvantage of the merger. As a matter of fact, there's an advantage of the merger because though we have never raised our price.
Right.
I mean, Sirius was $12.95 from the time we got our first subscriber to today. One of the advantages is that we have said for the next 3 years, we're not going to raise our price.
Right.
So the only increase will be some copyright royalty, which will be a very insignificant amount in years 2 and 3 of the merger. So, the good news for Sirius is that, we're committed to the price. They keep the same content, and there's some upside.
Gary, what do you say?
Here's a question I get from a lot of people, big sports fans, right? So I'm a Sirius subscriber. I want to get baseball. Will I be able to get baseball before the end of the season?
So we have not announced any of the specific content that we're going to be offering. But if you're a Sirius subscriber and you want baseball, then, and you'd expect I would say this, then for an additional $12.95, you can buy an XM radio, and you can then make sure you can get everything.
You can hear it before the end of the season.
Yeah. So it's what I understand is so far. This is so new. We don't even know how things will shake out really in the future when it comes to technology too, right? Because like some guy called up and he says, well, I've got a lifetime subscription, Sirius lifetime subscription. Does that get affected?
No.
He asked me. It doesn't, right? It's you have the same equipment
if
and
you
the
keep
same
that
service.
radio, that radio we've said will never be obsolete.
Right.
Will not ever be obsolete. And you can understand why it'll never be obsolete, because if you bought a car and the satellite radio is in the car, we need to provide service to that satellite radio for as long as that car is ever on the road.
That's right. So it will not be obsolete.
So we will not make the radio obsolete. If you have a lifetime subscription, what you should do is extend your lifetime subscription for a second lifetime.
Has this whole experience made you sour on government? Honest, be honest.
Yeah,
it
it absolutely is. The process, has just been grueling. The fact that you have congressmen, and I understand this. I mean, I've done this for a fairly long time, that they will write a letter because a local broadcaster in their market, has asked them to write it. And the argument is, gee, I am helping a constituent or I am helping a contributor.
Right.
So when you take a look at everything that's going on in this country, housing issues, gasoline prices, jobs, and you see the people who have worked to try to stop this merger, it has to make you frustrated.
And what is the system now? If I hire lobbyists and I pay millions of dollars, I can slow down or possibly stop the process of a merger. So everyone is on the take. Not everyone, but some people really are promised money for their votes.
Well, I don't think it's that. Okay, I mean, I mean, I understand how you get there with that, but I think that what is happening is that you have these congressmen and senators who want to get reelected.
Right.
In order to get reelected, it costs a lot of money to run television advertising. So they are constantly, probably, if you're a senator for 6 years, you spend about 2.5 to 3 years of that fundraising.
Wow.
The amount of time that you spend fundraising. So they are very concerned of making sure that they are representing their constituents. So, the argument...
So anybody with a little, stone in their shoe.
So our enemies, the NAB.
Basically stop government from working.
So our enemies, the NAB, go out and they hire lobbyists and they hire people with influence to sit down with these senators and congressmen and such and sit down and work them, so to speak. They put up a lot of money to stop this merger from happening. And they were successful in a sense. They were able to slow the process down. They were able to get people to drag their feet, right?
But essentially, that's what the FCC was responding to when they would take a letter from one person in Florida and say, you know what, we have to investigate how it's done.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I think this merger, took a long time because there was such a controversy for whatever reason.
Right.
Some of the things, and it wasn't so much the government, some of the proposals that were made were outrageous because people game now the process because they know what you need to do. So they now know you need to get 3 out of the 5 votes. I was hoping to get 5-0, but winning 3-2 is the same as winning 5-0.
You won.
People put all kinds of things out there. So as an example, it was proposed that we be required in every radio we make to put in a competitor's radio.
Right.
So, and by the way, that we have to pay for putting in that competitor's radio. And I'm trying to think, this is America. How could somebody say that I have to put in, or we have to put in to our radios, competitors' products?
Yeah, wouldn't you love if terrestrial radio had to build in our receivers?
And I asked that question.
Right.
And silence.
Yeah.
Then we had some people who are experienced in the FCC process and
Right.
knowing this public interest standard is vague, and said, we think you ought to give us 25% of your spectrum.
Right.
And we said, excuse me? Give you? So our shareholders are now expected to, as a gift to you, because it is in the public interest. I said, I didn't see Clear Channel when they created this large competitive company to us,
right,
sitting there giving up any stations. So
yeah, why don't they donate a few stations to the public interest?
That's what I thought. I mean, at this point, you know, there's
it's sickening.
They're pretty
isn't it?
big, yeah.
So those would have all been deal breakers, I assume.
And yeah, well, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that.
As much as I wanted to do this merger, I needed to make sure that we were going to do the merger and we were going to be able to win after the merger. Because as I told you, we were going to win before the merger.
Right, you didn't want to be disadvantaged.
Yeah, to go backwards. I mean, so for the purpose of ego, right, to just sit there and say, we got a merger done, you know, hooray, hooray, you know, I'm moving on.
Right.
That isn't the case, right? I'm here, and I'm going to stay here, and I wanted to get a merger done because the merger will make the company better than if it was...
Was this the toughest thing you ever had to do in your career? Honestly.
By far.
That's it.
As silly as that
Even getting
sounds.
CBS and Viacom.
Well, I mean, I must have. I did have one dinner with Sumner Redstone. I think that was worse. But
that was tough.
Other than that one dinner,
but this was hard.
This was the hardest thing I've ever done in my career, and it never should have been, because it should have been
easy.
A piece of cake. You had two struggling companies, never made a dime. Either one never made a dime. Combined, we still have all terrestrial radio to compete with. You know, and
why did it take the Department of Justice so long to decide?
Because they had gotten such concerns, and there was a belief. So, you know, remember, EchoStar and DirecTV,
right,
you know, got turned down. So people said, well, gee, there's two satellite television companies, and they want to become one.
In other words, they heard the word satellite, and they don't really have all that wherewithal, and they can't figure out that...
Yeah, maybe no satellite should ever merge.
Well, here's what they said. They said there are two satellite radio companies. Mr. Karmazin, would you believe that there are two satellite radio companies in the United States today?
Right.
Yes, sir. And after the merger, there's going to be one satellite radio company.
That's right.
So this is a 2-to-1. This is a duopoly to become a monopoly. And the answer is, yes, there are two satellite radio companies, but forget that it's called satellite radio. We compete with iPods, we compete with other technology. Right. We're part of a bigger market. So it took the Justice Department, which was a very unpolitical process, by the way, a long time, because they went to auto partners, they went to content, they did their research. Howard, I don't know if they spoke to you. I know they spoke with your agent, and they spent a good amount of time to say, is this going to be a monopoly? And the answer would be, so as an example, when it came to Howard, the sense was, Howard, you had two satellite radio companies interested in you before you came here. Right. Now, if the merger happens, there's only going to be one satellite radio company. Aren't you sitting there concerned about that? And your agent or you, whoever spoke to him, would say, I came from terrestrial radio.
Right.
There's competition. By the way, if I decide when my contract is up, and you better decide when your contract's up to stay, but if I decide on my contract is up that I want to go somewhere else, there's plenty of places
to go.
Right. To go.
Yes, absolutely.
I would happily have you.
And the fact of the matter is that
I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't go back to terrestrial radio under any circumstance.
Would you? I mean,
but you had the choice.
But you always had the choice.
Yeah. And negotiating move.
And let me tell you something.
Creative freedom. Though,
Here's what I said. I said you run the risk of having no satellite company to go to.
Right.
If you don't see this merger.
And then you're stuck with only terrestrial radio.
I had a bunch of radio guys say to me, you know, this isn't good good for me. I'm talking about announcers who call me and are friendly with me and said, this isn't good for me because I used to be able to go to XM, then I could go to Sirius, and I could go. I said, you're wrong. I said, if this deal doesn't go through, you might not even have a satellite company to go to
There'll be
and
no
sit there.
option,
I
yeah.
said, this is going to make them stronger. They're going to be able to hire better talent. They're going to be able to compete.
Pay you.
Yeah,
And the other thing is, it's stupid to have two. It's like you don't have a separate AM radio, and then you got to buy a separate FM radio.
You have them combined.
You have them combined.
Right. No, it made no sense.
Hey, Howard.
Well, congratulations. Yes,
Can I
Artie.
just say, hey, Mel, you know, one of the greatest things about this for you has got to be, predicting to the board that, the NAB, if they come out against this, obviously that's great for us. And they actually took that bait. That happened. But if you were still on the NAB, don't you think you would have been crowing like, guys, we can't come out against us? And don't you?
Would you have fought if you? That's a good question, Artie's
So
asking.
here's what I would have done.
I mean, do you think there's anybody smart enough there to have figured that out and was crowing about it?
I mean, they spent millions of dollars fighting this.
Right.
Here's what they should have done, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's. I want to know
The
what
local
you think.
broadcasters have accepted that there's cable television.
Right.
Today, you don't hear television saying, let's get rid of HBO. We don't want there to be an ESPN.
Yeah.
You sit there and coexist. There's a role for local broadcasters, and a very important role. I mean, we're not going to do what local broadcasters do. We're not going to cover the local school closings, and we're not going to deal with some of the local community stuff.
Right.
So there's a role. Just like AM radio has been around for over 80 years today.
Right. They didn't
it's
go
still
away.
And radio will still be away. What they should have said is, what are you really concerned about? Okay, are you concerned about local advertising? Of course, that's your bread and butter. So if they would have spoken to me and said, you know what, is there something we can do that would maybe you can agree to not do local advertising, or you would not do some of the concern, then, by the way, the radio industry would embrace satellite and say, you know what? We're part of the radio industry, and the radio industry now would be perceived of, in part because of satellite radio being so strong, as not as dead in the water.
Right.
As
Maybe more exciting.
So they
would
should
you
have said, hey, we're going to embrace this. The radio business will be a bigger, better business. And by the way, we're still going to get most of the advertising because it's mostly local advertising, and their business is more
Do you
subscription.
really think you would have been that way?
I
don't
don't
know.
think
Yeah.
you would have
Because you're the guy who would have hated.
Right. At this point,
I don't buy that.
What did I want them to do? I wanted the government to shut down some of these terrestrial radio stations.
Well, I'm for that, and I would vote for that. I'd vote for any candidate who could do that.
By the way, Mel has been all over the news because of the Janet Jackson thing, and there you were right again.
Once again, I must tell you, I did feel a whole lot better about getting the merger approved than winning the Janet Jackson
You
case.
bet. No, it's a great
It was just
day.
that I remembered you were, because they kept showing your face at those congressional hearings as well.
I've had my share of congressional hearings. These were the most grueling.
What is it, Gary?
A lot of people in the office have this question: whose idea was the merger? Like, where did it start? Was it your idea?
Yeah, I must and take the responsibility for it as well. So before I joined the company, one of the board members, Leon Black. So before I joined the company, one of the thoughts that I had was, what about combining these two companies? And I had originally heard that idea when I was working at Viacom from Mike Milken, a well-known financier, and Larry Tisch, who I knew well. He's passed away. They wanted me to leave Viacom and to join. This is before you did it, and it wouldn't have been a success because of what you did to satellite radio. That they wanted me to join the company for the purpose of putting it together. So before I joined the company, I spent a good amount of time trying to understand what has been going on, and have been working on it for that long. And as we disclosed earlier, I went after XM and tried to get them. They wouldn't consider it, and convinced them after a long period of time. But, the final piece, just to see where it is, when you got here, we talked about there was 600,000 subscribers.
Right.
Today, almost 20 million subscribers.
That's amazing.
When you got here in 2000, when you announced, so it was before you even got here, the revenue was $67 million. Sirius's total sales, $67 million. And today, as I said, $2.2 billion.
Wow. A lot of growth. That is really fantastic. And I believe there's a great future ahead for satellite radio. More than anyone predicts, and I am pretty good with radio stuff.
Well, you know what? I was asking the other day, Tim Sabian once told us about the rate of sales of satellite radio. And is the growth still that...
Well, people, car companies are slowing down, but they're still selling a lot of cars, and satellite radio is going there. And I think that once the confusion of the merger is out of the place, I think that aftermarket, I think these better products, that we'll be able to create where you can get the Howard Stern on XM, I think that's going to help. I think the churn, where people disconnect, will go down because the product will be better. So, I mean, I think that there's a lot of good things. A lot of
You did
risks,
a fabulous job. You should be congratulated and really proud of yourself.
Well,
I mean,
that's
it's a tremendous accomplishment.
advertising campaign. Howard Stern on XM.
And the whole team, by the way, there was just a tremendous
team.
There's
an amazing group of people who really hung in there, and this is tough. And I mean, I felt for Mel going down there and testifying over and over again. I knew it was a bunch of bullshit.
That was the problem, yeah.
Dominic, you're on the air. Go ahead, Dominic.
Congratulations, Mel.
Thanks, Dominic.
Politically, I think that this is like the internet. It scares the hell out of the political parties how powerful this really is. Do you agree on that?
Yeah, I will tell you that I had a very influential senator that met with me privately who said that I am willing to support this merger if you are willing to conform to terrestrial radio's rules on indecency.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And you know my answer on that, right? So were there deal breakers? In my opinion, I don't believe that we do anything indecent at all. I think we do funny and stuff like that. So, and this Janet Jackson thing, everybody thought,
can
oh my
you
God.
imagine in a private pay service? I mean, it's the same as a book or a magazine or anything that you cable. I mean,
that you choose to pick
why would a
up,
guy care about that? No. This is certainly a closed system.
And that's my argument. And my argument is that why is it that you want all media to just be acceptable to kids, that adults don't have any rights to have content that they may like? So everything has to be at the lowest common denominator where it has to be acceptable to children because, oh my God, imagine if a child heard the word penis or something.
And here we finally have a system that takes care of that.
Yeah.
It's a pay service.
Yeah,
no one has to have this in their home.
And what an archaic way of thinking. In 2008, like 40 years after Lenny Bruce and 25 years after Howard got started to think, I mean, it's not like we're murdering people here in decency. It's just adult entertainment. It's like the difference between Chris Rock on HBO or Chris Rock hosting the Oscars. What's funnier?
Maybe the most important question in all this is, how does all of this affect Cousin Brucey? What's going to happen with him?
So Cousin Brucey will have a bigger platform for people to be able to hear his extraordinary shows. And I've been a Cousin Brucey fan since growing up.
A part of the package that you can get?
Well, we haven't had a lot of discussions on it, but I can't imagine why XM subscribers would not want to hear Cousin Brucey.
Are you saying
in the future?
Are you saying the XM subscribers represent more cousins? That's right.
It's a bigger family.
And the XMers are officially cousins now, is what you're saying.
We are now together. I am, as of yesterday, I had a town hall there. Yes. I'm going to have one here today at 10:30 in New York.
Have you spoken with Oprah?
I have not spoken to Oprah, but Oprah had sent regards. I love Oprah, and I've not seen her in ages. But
does Oprah want to meet with me now that we're on the same thing?
Let me write that down. When I do speak to Oprah, I will ask her.
Somebody told me there was going to be a joint press conference.
You know what would be great?
I
said that, and somebody picked up on it and said they couldn't wait for the joint press conference.
One of the bad about the internet, right? I mean, the internet's phenomenal, right? Is that all over the internet was people are asking now, when is the Howard Stern Oprah press conference?
I know. And you want to know something? What a great promotion that would be.
Oh, my goodness.
Can you imagine?
And it's only available on satellite.
I am volunteering for this right now.
Mel, if Howard decides to stay, and you said, I think, $2 billion in sales now, by then it'll probably be $5 billion. will you have to give Howard the entire county of Staten Island?
Well, no. What I would
Mel
say,
would never give me the entire county. Of
so,
Staten Island.
so here's the negotiation with
Right.
Howard.
Yes.
What are you crazy? We have a monopoly.
Where are you going to go? You've ruined your reputation with terrestrial radio. You have nowhere to go.
Yeah, Howard. You
The
know
man
what?
always gets me in the end.
Back in
too funny.
19, I
I've
guess
been through many-
85.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I've been through a
85.
lot of negotiations with Mel. It's not easy.
It's not easy at
No.
all.
I will put this offer on the table, okay,
Mm-hmm.
because of this monopoly we now have. I will give you what we gave you in 85.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, Mel. As a matter of fact, you know, there was one time I was going through a negotiation with Mel when we were at K-Rock, and I turned to Mel, and this is just how stupid I am. I said, Mel, you should treat me like you would
remember
treat your
this.
own son. And Mel looked at me like I'm out of my fucking mind
But
because
Howard,
I'm not his son.
Right.
And
He
this
said
is
there's
how I
one
view the
problem
world.
with that.
And when I went to a psychiatrist, it was one of the first things they ever brought up. And the psychiatrist looked at me and said, "You're going to need a lot of psychiatry." He goes, "The guy's not your father." He says, "You end up thinking everyone's going to be your father and take care of you."
You are so bizarre because my son says to me, "Why can't you treat me like you treat Howard? Give him that. Give me that kind of money."
I got to talk to that guy.
I'm sure Don Buchwald,
What is that, Dominic?
Don Buchwald, the greatest agent in the world, will only want you to be treated as well as Mel's dog.
Well, thank you, Dominic. That's very true. Well, Mel, this is a great day.
You know, the one thing, like, it is on everybody's mind, though, is will all of the programming one day be the same, or will there always be two separate sets of programming?
So there's probably a closer situation. So, logically, if they have a country music channel that might be better than our country music channel, we'd want to give our subscribers the best.
Right.
So there probably will be a morphing to try to give both services
Makes sense.
the best service, but there will always be the two services because of what I mentioned to you about the cars. Our satellites can't go to the XM radios and XM satellites. So we're going to have to continue to operate, two separate operations. We're going to continue to have.
But don't you think eventually you'll be able to build a radio that can receive Sirius and XM?
Yeah, we have that radio,
you
and
have
we'll
that.
have that in the market soon. But that is still going to require that there be these General Motors radios that are in the car. So
Right.
it's for at least 10, 12 more years. There's for sure going to be the two services.
I see.
Closer together maybe on programming, but two distinct services.
Wow.
Longer term, I think it's 2015 or 2018, we can launch new satellites. And then when we launch new satellites, then it will be able to get to both radios, and then we can. But that's a long way
That's
off.
a long way off. That's great.
In the meantime, I have things to do to make this work. So the easy
Yeah.
part, believe it or not, I've been telling people, the easy part is over because doing the deal is supposed to be easy. Now you got to make it work.
And what about Riley Martin? How will this affect him?
Have you negotiated with him?
One of the thoughts coming in here was whether or not I should tell the truth about the revenue of the company.
Right.
Because I knew the impact would be on Riley Martin.
When
and
Riley hears you're making $262 billion, it's going to drive him absolutely insane. In fact, I'll play you later in the show, not while Mel is here. Riley did call.
Oh, yeah?
Riley on his show
I
said, I will play you tape, he's very upset that Mel didn't mention him at the press conference.
You're kidding.
That's right. And he's not kidding. He's
well-
not kidding. Marianne from Brooklyn, go ahead. What do you want to say to Mel real
I
quick?
want to congratulate you, Mel, for all your hard work, for all of us, for Howard, for everybody. And Mel, if it's too personal, who are you voting for, Mel? Because whoever you're voting for, I'm voting for.
Yeah, it's. I thought I knew who I was going to vote for, and I was hoping throughout this process, I was going to see a distinction, from Republicans and a distinction from Democrats, and knowing how important to my life business is,
Right.
that one of the issues that would have influenced my voting would have been, on, what is necessary, what is better for our shareholders, and that's because, a lot of the contributions that I make to political parties comes because I make money here.
Right.
And but I'm not clear. I know Senator McCain fairly well, and I have really been a fan of his for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've not met Senator Obama. So, at this point, I haven't made any decision
Up for grabs.
Yet.
You don't know yet.
I could
Are
be,
you waiting for the debate?
I think I'm waiting till I probably close that curtain.
So
and
this
make the vote.
FCC process, you were hoping that maybe you'd have some clarity about how you felt about either party, but you're saying I would think you would have favored the Republicans in this because at least they approved the merger on the FCC.
I absolutely do. I mean, the vote was 3-2, and the 3 votes who approved it were Republicans, and that says an awful lot to me. So
And Mel, if you need me to advertise for you absolutely for free, I will pound the pavement for Sirius XM because I am a huge fan and a supporter of having what I like. This is my indulgence in life, and I truly believe in...
All right, I have a headache.
Marianne, we need more people like you who are willing to do things for free.
Right. Yeah. That's Mel's real push now. He wants to get as much as possible for free.
Yeah. Do whatever you got to do, Marianne. You have permission.
I see Ralph's on the phone and wants to tell Mel what he needs to do now as the head of Sirius XM. Are you interested in Ralph's input at all? Do you think it's relevant?
I feel the same about Ralph's input as I always have.
Right. Okay, good. Ralph, go ahead.
What should he wear at the press conference, Ralph?
So good. Hey, Mel really is in another world when he's waiting to talk to the candidates to decide who he's going to vote.
Right. He's really risen. I knew him when he had no access. Now all of a sudden he's hanging out with...
I love that.
Yes.
All right, Mel, there's 2 problems here, and take this seriously. First of all, my friend went to buy 2 different cars, a Hummer and a BMW. When he got the Hummer, they didn't even tell him that he had XM in it. He had to read the owner's manual. The BMW, he got the BMW. He ordered it. He gets the BMW. He goes, well, where's the Sirius? He goes, oh, you wanted that? You needed to order it. You should have asked us, and it's going to cost you $500 now. So these car companies got to get on board, first of all.
Right.
Ralph, I think for the first time I'm going to say, you've raised a good point, and I think the good news is it just shows you how successful satellite radio has been, and there's still so much work that has to be done to really execute perfectly. And a lot of the stuff is beyond our hands. When you go to Best Buy or one of the retail stores, they have a fair turnover of salespeople, and you ask them a question, which service has Howard Stern? And I do that all the time, just go in as a customer. It's amazing how frequently they don't get it right.
Yeah, they'll say XM, and they don't get it. And Ralph is right. It's true. And everyone I meet, but everyone I meet has an idea on how to improve satellite radio and improve sales and this and that. The other thing, there is Mel's right. There's a tremendous amount of work to be done. I mean, how do you get a guy who works at a car dealership to understand that, hey, customer walks in.
About it, yeah.
Do you want satellite radio? This is a feature that we offer. This is that. I mean, how do you do that?
I bought a car the other day. I work in satellite radio. They know I work in satellite radio. They forgot to put the satellite in the car.
It's ridiculous.
I bought a car just honestly for the purpose, of I didn't have a satellite radio in one of my cars, so I figured I need to have it in all my cars, so I bought a car just to go through the experience.
Process, yeah.
Right.
It is frustrating because they want to sell cars.
Right. They don't look to sell
when they
radios.
think that the car is $30,000, it's $40,000, it's $100,000, they're not focused on this low-priced item. So we have some programs. We're going to work on it. We'll get better as time goes on, but it's a real issue.
Ralph,
the other problem, Mel, is this equipment. You should be able to go in a store and buy one fucking thing instead of jumping through hoops. I got to buy a car kit. I got to buy a home dock. I got to port this. It should be simple. And then they don't have the car kit in stock. It's so frustrating. And that's if you can get this stuff sometimes.
Ralph, now that the merger's done, and now I don't have to testify for hearings, I will work in my basement on getting these radios.
Well, I've actually been doing that.
Would you consider using Ralph as a consultant in any of this? Is there any value in his opinions?
My microphones, I can't my headset's not working.
His headset doesn't work. All right, thank you, Ralph. Well, there it is. I'll tell you what we should do. And I'm going to make this offer to you, Mel. In order to get these car dealers up to speed and make it important to them to sell these satellite radios, if I can convince Gina Lynn, the porn star, to date the car dealer that sells the most satellite radios and have full-blown out sex with her.
Let me tell you, you've got the constituency that would be most,
wouldn't that
interesting.
work?
Based on the car dealers that I know, that could work, but I can't be involved.
You can't be involved.
Can't go out and sell that.
I mean, isn't that really where it's at?
I
Sex
think
and
they
money?
usually use money as an incentive.
I think that's it. Listen, Mel, I've taken up enough of your time.
Get to work.
I need to deal with the stock. I mean, that's the issue
now. You need to deal with the stock. I think people are impressed with what you have done. I know I am.
Thank you.
I am special, but this seems to make you even more special, which is terrific. I am very grateful that you did this, because I'm going to tell you, I could never have predicted that 2.5 years ago when I signed up with the company, actually 3.5 years I signed, I said satellite radio will be big. And I really felt that it would take off, and I think it is the future of radio. But I never would have thought in 2.5 years the companies would merge.
And by the way, in my opinion, and I'm not blowing smoke, but for you, it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
Because I think the only way it happened was that Sirius became a good competitor to XM, because XM was bigger. And had Sirius not been equal to XM, we could not have gotten that done.
Will we go down in history together, Mel, you and I, for some of the accomplishments we've had? Now, I'm going back to the terrestrial radio days. It seems every time that we've gotten together, huge successes have happened. True or false?
You will go down in history.
What about you?
I'll be happy to be a footnote.
You will only be a footnote.
Footnote.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that, too.
I would prefer to go down in history and have you be a footnote. No, but seriously, what a great partnership this has been.
It's been great.
Honestly, I mean, you're really a terrific guy, and you've done some terrific things.
Do you think, Howard, sometimes that the other people you've worked for in the past who only tried to hold you back and control you, that's what they decided to do with their time?
Well, in the history of Howard's...
Instead of building a company, they tried to spend their time controlling
Mel is the
you.
only guy I work for who actually said to me, you're an asset. I can sell your show. He's the only one who could sell it. He was the only one who fought for me. Honestly, I've worked for a ton of people. They were all jack-offs. I've said this on the air before, and you'll hear me say it in the History of Howard Stern Part 2, which is a big special coming up. I talk extensively about Mel being the key person in my career. You can't have my kind of career if you don't have somebody backing you up.
Right.
But
and Mel always backed me up.
For full disclosure, in the History of Howard Stern Part 2, which I was interviewed for, I tell the story about how you wanted to be syndicated into more markets than I wanted to do it.
That's true.
And you and Don convinced me to do it against my better judgment at that time. So
I talk
in fairness,
about stuff like that, but the bottom line is we always figured stuff out together and moved forward and moved ahead.
And my point is, you were always Howard. These so-called business people who were the general managers of the stations before never understood what they had in their hands. And I wonder if they now sit around kicking themselves because you passed through their fingers.
Oh, yeah. You've been great for me. I mean, and I tell everyone, and I say it, and I don't want to get into a love fest, but the fact of the matter is you're terrific. Congratulations. And I'm going to tell you something about me. I am so fired up now because these scumbags at terrestrial radio, they haven't suffered enough yet. They sat and fought against this thing. Now you've got
now
real
you're pissed
competition.
Even more. You're even
I
more
am
pissed.
so pissed off now. I wasn't pissed off. They had a sleeping lion. I was fat and full. But I'm going to tell you something. I got an enemy now.
Now you got a fire in your belly.
This terrestrial radio deserves to compete now. Now, because they have a strong satellite competitor, they're going to have to sit there and figure out how to make their product better. You see, this is the point. Now there's competition.
Ridiculous.
Now there is real competition. You're going to have to figure out how to beat us and make your programming better than ours. And I got to tell you something. You are in big trouble.
Don't have a lot of faith that you can
we
do that.
are fired up. I'm fired. I don't know about anybody else. I'm fired up. Yeah. What?
Well, you know what, really, Howard? I mean, really, when you think about it, he's right. You came into a company, you signed on, it had 650,000 subscribers.
Right. Was that Mel roaring in the background?
That was Mel.
I heard him. It was Mel. He's going wild. He loves when I get fired up. Listen to him.
Listen to this. And when you signed on, that was the big question. Will he even make a difference? Will he have any impact at all?
There'll be a difference. You wait and see. You wait and see who wins.
In my opinion, the untold story when this merger is done is the impact that you had on getting this done.
And 50 years from now.
Did you take
and
a
can
meeting?
you believe this, what is it called? A Museum of Broadcasting? Or what?
The Hall of Fame.
So-called Broadcasting Hall of Fame? How could you have a Broadcasting Hall of Fame and I'm not in it? Some reverend they put in there.
For the record.
I don't care, by the way.
4 years ago, I was inducted.
That's
into the
right.
Hall of Fame.
Rightly so.
Even you. All right.
You should resign.
Why do you want to
don't
be?
you-
Why do you want to be
I
a
don't.
member of something that I'm a member of?
I just want to point that out. That's all.
Yeah,
How dare
if,
they?
If
But
you
I-
go to the racetrack and there's a horse named Karmazin Stern, you bet on that horse.
Well, you know, in my opinion, and the last thing I have to say, because I really got to get back to work, is that in all of show business, okay, there are very few people, and I can't really think of another one that is as impactful, okay, in business. So the idea of having you be so impactful to do billions of dollars of a merger and to be able to take a company there, I think is extraordinary.
You're right.
And I think that if you even begun to think in years ahead of leaving, it would be like me sitting there saying, you know what, now that it's done, I'm going to leave. So as much as I'm committed, I'm assuming, Howard, that you're committed.
I am committed to this company. You know that.
There are people that have lifetime subscriptions, and I think you have to have a lifetime. You need a lifetime contract.
If I loved my fans and this company, I would be here forever. Let me tell you something. You're absolutely right.
Your legacy is not cemented yet.
Maybe if you stayed a little while.
Admit it, Mel. That shithead Imus, he couldn't bring over 3 people to satellite radio.
Maybe if you committed longer, you would one day get inducted into that Hall of Fame. And I'll do. If I have to buy the Hall of Fame, I will buy the Hall of Fame.
Always sucks me in. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I am commissioning a statue of Mel for this studio. I am going to get a top artist. And Gary will roll it in here, and you will have an honorary place here in this studio. I have not done that for anyone.
It's impressive.
And you will have your statue. And wait till you see it. Quickly, Gary, order me a bust. All right, listen, Mel, applause.
Yes.
Congratulations and kudos. You have done it, my friend.
Thank you.
And you, aside from being a dog lover, are a people lover and committed to this company, and I admire your accomplishment. I love what you've done. Congratulations. And for the government to make you wait 18 months and to make all of us wait 18 months was a sin, but you got it done. And again, you're a winner. You're not a loser. If anyone calls you a loser, they're wrong. Okay. You're a winner.
Go out of here knowing.
All right.
What are you going to do? Are you going to celebrate?
Well, no.
Did you open champagne?
Did not. What I'm doing is I got a busy day today because, as I said, this is the first press that I'm doing, and I got a few things that I have to do in that regard. I'm talking to employees at 10:30. I'm going to XM again tomorrow.
Are they nervous or something?
No,
is that why
they
you have to
shouldn't
go
be.
over there?
No, I just want to learn more about it.
Are they going to stay in Washington?
That we're going to have a huge facility and continue to operate in Washington. You know, we have about 1,000 employees. They have a little over 1,000 employees. We're going to operate in both places. Purpose is to learn more about XM so I can integrate the company in a smooth way, and I will have a glass of champagne or more on Saturday.
Excellent. We welcome our brothers at XM to the company, and this is terrific. And congratulations.
Mr. Karmazin.
Yes.
So how does it feel to have this huge weight lifted off your shoulders?
Well, the weight is still on my shoulders because, number one, we have to make the merger work, and we have to prove that it was the right decision to do it. So just getting the approval is the first step. Making it work is more important. And then we have to create the value for shareholders who own our company. So I think we still got an awful lot of work to do.
And now, what does this merger mean for the world of Howard Stern?
I think that more people will be able to, listen to Howard Stern show every day. There are an awful lot of people who bought General Motors vehicles because they wanted that car, and unfortunately they're not able to get Sirius there, where shortly and within a few months they'll be able to get Howard Stern. So I think it means more people to be able to listen to Howard Stern.
All right, sounds good.
Great.
Congratulations.
Now, speaking of a normal rock star, Scott Weiland is stopping by today.
Normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does heroin. He's normal.
He's just a regular rock star. He doesn't spell words.
He comes 2 hours late to a concert.
Yeah.
Can't be gotten out of it. I told you about the time we went to see Stone Temple Pilots and they were beating on the door of his trailer.
But that's because of heroin.
Another guy we ought to straighten out.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to shake him and go, what's wrong with
There
you?
are people waiting for you.
Yeah. Scott Weiland's running late. It's a bad day for him to be
kidding.
late. Bad day for him to be late. I got a meeting I got to have with...
And I know what time of year it is, so I know exactly
Yeah.
what the meeting's about.
So I said to Gary, I said, like, how long do I wait for Scott Weiland? Because I want to start news.
Yeah.
And I figured he'd be from 8:30 to 9, and then we'd have an hour for news, and I can go to my meeting.
I told you Scott's always late.
Well...
Somebody better start beating on the door of his trailer now.
He's in the car and on his way.
Yeah, but like, is he in the car in New Jersey, or is he in the car in, like...
At 21 minutes to, he was on 23rd Street and 5th. I figure he's good to be here about 5 of 9.
Yeah, I got to go, though. I don't have time to talk. Why don't you tell them to turn around, then?
Because...
Start singing in the car. Maybe people will hear it on the way in. I mean, honest to God, do me a favor.
Yeah, the guys who are supposed to accompany him are here.
Just tell them it's like today's just the shittiest day for me to dick around and wait till 9 o'clock. Because you know what? Robin does the news then at 10 o'clock, and then I miss the meeting.
He could sing on the wrap-up show.
Yeah.
Do you know what time the meeting's scheduled for?
Gary, trust me, I know what time the meeting's scheduled for.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, I know what time it's scheduled for.
Don't be mad.
Wait, do I know what time the meeting's scheduled for? Yeah, I do. I do know. What time was he supposed to be here?
8:30.
Yeah, he's supposed to be gone by 9. Now he's coming in at 9, and I got to sit around and pull my dick. Why does everyone treat this show with such little respect?
I was going to say, do you think he would do this for the Tonight Show? He'd be late?
Actually, Scott would.
Oh, okay.
Scott. You know, I read that Scott's been in and out of, like, whatever they call it, rehab or something, 40 times.
Oh, he has to have been.
Yeah, that's crazy. I love that guy.
That beats my 8.
Last time Scott was on the show, he said he'd been to detox more than 40 times.
Wow.
That'd be cool, though, to go to detox with Scott Weiland. I would.
Living through that, man. Detox ain't fun.
I know I'd go to detox and not get anybody good in there.
But don't they give you stuff now? You'd hardly detox.
Well, that's why I guess, you know, they should really be paying that broad who's on Celebrity Rehab a lot of money who was thrown up in a garbage can because she's doing that if she doesn't have to go through that.
Right.
Yeah, but it's
There's
TV.
no more man with the golden arm. You can get stuff to ease your way right through it.
That stuff's been around a long time, but only the big shots got it. Like in the Ray Charles movie, like that doctor taking care of him says we can give you something, and he said he don't want it.
Now everybody gets it.
Yeah. Every jerk off gets it.
Anyway, so, you know, Scott's thing is he does his thing when he wants to do it. He answers to no man.
That's what it seems to be.
Yeah.
He was so funny that night I saw him. He was singing and you know, in the middle of the song he took a drink of water and it was time for him to come back. So he just spit the water all over the place.
Well, that's the show. It's part of the special effect.
He's hysterical to watch.
It's like a dragon.
Hocked a big Louis, and it was just crazy watching.
Yeah, he spits a lot. I went to see
Yeah.
Stone Temple Pilots when they were together originally, and he spits a lot on the stage. He's singing. I understand.
Then he, you know, in between songs, he runs over and he starts hugging the guys making up, you know.
I saw him make out with a dude on stage.
I know you said that once at one of those K-Rock things.
Pulled up some guy from the audience and started making out. Like, it was back in the day where it was like kind of...
Didn't he wear a dress?
Yeah, there were, like, a lot of bands were trying to prove they weren't homophobic, so they almost went overboard. Like, they were, like, making out with guys.
Started having sex with guys.
Yeah, I think they're... I don't know. I don't get it.
Listen, man.
I'll tell you who I will interview. Right over there is the guy who produced Scott's new album. How you doing, man? What's happening? That's Doug Green, right? Grion, you say?
Grion.
Your name's Green, dude.
It's spelled green.
Wait, here, let me see if I get a mic.
He's a hands-on producer. He's there tuning the guitars, man.
Hard A or B, Scott? No, it's... Oh, thank you, Scott. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, Doug.
Great to be here. Thanks for having us.
How'd you meet Scott Weiland?
I met him in rehab.
No kidding?
Yeah.
So
What were you doing?
Rehab's a good place to network.
Yeah.
What were you on?
Heroin and cocaine.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you went in there, and there's Scott Weiland, and you go, man, there's a guy I want to work with.
You know, it's a little more complicated than that. I had been in there for about a year before, and then I had gotten out, and then I had to take my brother in. And I brought my brother in one night, like middle of the night. And then the next morning I came back to check on him and, see if he's still there. And he says, yeah, I got this crazy roommate in the middle of the night. He came in, this guy with a beard. and everybody's treating him special, and he's got a ton of luggage, and turns out to be our boy. And
do they treat you special if you're Scott Weiland in rehab? I mean, shouldn't he be just treated like everybody else? I thought that was the whole deal.
He should be, but that's not what happens.
That's the world, man.
Well, you know what happened? There was that
special treatment.
Betty Ford thing where everybody used to get treated like, they'd have to clean toilets and stuff.
And that didn't work.
And the rich people refused to do that.
You can't hear Robin.
Did you really need rehab, or were you just trying to make contacts and, produce some albums?
I needed it. My life was falling apart.
What was going on?
Oh, I wrecked 3 cars in like 2 weeks. I got arrested for soliciting to buy narcotics.
Wow.
Just the typical life falling apart bullshit.
You were in the music industry your whole life?
Yeah, back then I was just kind of a no-account drug addict guitar player. I wasn't a producer yet, but...
And Scott gave you a break, huh?
Yeah, he did. He gave me a break, and, we became friends. As the story actually goes on, he was in with my brother, and then a year later my brother had relapsed and was in a different rehab, and then who walks in?
Scott was his roommate again?
Walks in a year later. Then we got like this trauma bond, then we got this...
You've been through the war together.
Exactly.
So how you doing with your sobriety?
Good. Yeah. It's been 13 years for me.
Nice.
And like 10 years for my brother. So.
Oh, congrats. That's nice stuff. Good for you. Married dude or what?
Married?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm married.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So you got your life all together.
Yeah, I met my wife in the
rehab?
The rooms. No, not in the rehab, but in the rooms of those places that they send you.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
They call those the rooms. The
like
AA and...
Oh, you met her in AA?
Yeah.
I thought that was bad to do.
She's turned out to be great.
Yeah, so it all worked out. 13 years it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you, man.
In AA, they tell you not to get involved. I
For
think.
a year.
Yeah, that's what the thing is.
Right. Is she hot?
She's hot, yes, and she's in AA. They tell you not to go looking for a new car in the junkyard, right? You ever hear that one?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but when you're sober, you can't go out and meet chicks in bars.
I didn't get that metaphor. I just for years never got a car in a junkyard, and then.
Yeah, right.
You took it literally?
Yeah, for chicks, I would get drug addict chicks, and it never worked.
So, like, you can't even have a drink now?
No.
You can't even go out and have a glass of wine?
No, I don't.
I'm sorry.
How do you work with Scott?
I don't miss it.
How's it going with Scott? Is Scott's off the stuff, or is he still back
on? Yeah, that's a difficult question. I'm not actually sure what his status is from day to day. I think right now he's doing well.
Yeah.
You'll see for yourself. He's in a good period, I think.
Yeah.
You know
he
what
has
I
a lot
think
of
it
different
is?
What
periods.
happened? He broke up with the wife, huh?
They broke up again. And
she was hot too, huh? She was hot.
She was hot. She was a model.
What happened? He was fucking around, huh?
What?
Was he fucking around?
No. He's not a fucking arounder type guy. No, he's actually very loyal. I think that it was just there was just a lot of water under the bridge.
You think he's bi? Because I saw him kissing a guy on stage.
I know. I saw that picture too. That you were just saying. That's exactly what you were just saying. Years ago, bands thought it was cool to like kiss each other. I saw a picture of him kissing Dean once from like the first year.
Yeah.
And when I first saw it kind of freaked me out. But then I realized what it was they were so stoked to be making money, and they knew that it would be scandalous that they just planted one on each other.
Have you ever kissed him?
No.
Never?
No.
You ever made out with Scott or put your finger in his ass or anything?
I've never been that happy.
But you know what I think it is with Scott? I think it's
maybe
the
if this
road.
record does well.
Right.
We'll see what happens on that tour bus.
If the record does well, maybe you'll put your finger in his ass.
Maybe I'll put my thumb in his butt if the record goes, triple platinum.
Wait, it's Scott.
Don't tour with him.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, man, what's happening?
How are you?
Yeah, it's Gary's fault, man. That asshole told me to come in at 9 o'clock.
Wow.
His mouth was loaded with that Reese shit. I forgot what the fuck he was saying.
That's Sal.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
I got to go to a meeting and Scott's late.
Scott's always late.
Yeah, well, and I can't maybe I shouldn't tolerate that. Maybe too many people tolerate it.
Maybe you need to have a boundary.
You got to do the tough love thing.
Yeah.
Because I got to get going, man. I don't have time for Scott and his lateness.
I can't play the guitar, but you tuned it. I'll be happy to go over there and play something and sing whatever he was going to sing.
You want to do a song, Marty?
I can't play the guitar, but I will.
What do you know?
Nothing.
Want to just jam? We could just make something up.
Yeah, you know what? I could do Mother by Pink Floyd.
You know how to play that?
No.
So now is this dude a big time producer? What else?
Doug Green?
What else
Doug
has he
Green?
done? What else has he done?
That's me. Yeah.
I'm looking at his resume here, Howard.
What's he got?
Well, the last 2 STP records. some Crystal Method records, a Sheryl Crow record, a couple of Velvet Revolvers. And then they said he worked with Cyndi Lauper, Ricky Lee Jones, Glenn Campbell.
Nice.
Annabelle, the chick from Bow Wow Wow, Corey Glover from Living Colour, and John Taylor from Duran Duran.
A lot of pain, big list of pains in the asses there, I'll tell you.
Totally.
That. Yeah.
He's got the Rick Rubin look.
Yeah, you got the Rick Rubin beard. You got the whole thing going.
If I just had his bank account, I'd be stoked.
You got to have a pretty big bank account, dude, with all that resume.
No, sir, I do not.
Why is that?
Because traditionally they rip the fuck out of musicians, man. It's just a bad thing, you know?
You're telling me you produced all those records, especially the STP
I didn't necessarily
records?
produce all of those. Some of them I was engineer for. Some of them I was a programmer for. Some Sheryl Crow I just played guitar for a little while. You know, she wouldn't give me any points.
Tomorrow we'll be interviewing Angelina Jolie's publicist.
Wow.
We get close to the star.
Really?
Yeah, well, you know what? You're a good interview. I'm satisfied with this. We don't need Scott.
Dude, me too. Oh, is he listening?
I doubt it.
Well, nice to have you here. I wish Scott could have been here. I don't know what to do, Robin. I got to start the news. All right,
He's
Steve
not
Langford.
here.
Is Steve here? I'm going to go do the rest of the show, and if Scott shows up.
It's 8:55. Gary said he'd be here 8:55.
Right.
What's up, Scott?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. How you doing this morning, man?
Good, good.
Okay. Happy in galoshes, man.
Yeah.
New record.
Well, sort of galoshes. Of galoshes.
Hey guys, I need a release quickly.
Here you go, man.
Hey, where's Doug? Do you know?
So,
Doug?
see, here's what happens when you're late. Hey, Scott, here's what happens when you're late.
All right.
Howard starts playing his music for your producer, which is what's going on. I just got to sign a release and I'll get you right.
All right.
Which Doug are you looking for?
Doug, my guitar player.
He's being interviewed by Howard for the last 20 minutes.
Oh, is he really?
We know you guys met in rehab. We know his wife's a therapist.
Is he getting beat up?
No, he's doing very well. If you could sign that quick, I'll bring you right on in. Okay, that's perfect. That's fine. Here, follow me. If you're ready.
Ready?
Great. Sorry.
Hey, Scott.
Scott came. He came to hear your song.
Scott came running in here because he saw I was...
You're stealing his thunder.
You see, you dig my music, huh?
Howard.
I like it, yeah.
What is it?
Scott walks in and he goes, you see my producer, Doug, anywhere? I said, yeah, Howard's been interviewed for the last half hour. He's currently playing his music for...
We're thinking of collaborating.
Yeah. Forget you.
Yeah. I got a whole...
Amazing.
I'm more of arena
10
rock.
years.
I'm into arena rock. It's my whole thing. I'm bringing that back. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's the only way to make money is tour these days.
Can't believe you two met up in rehab. Cool.
Yeah, I was in rehab with his brother, and he came to visit him.
That's cool.
Yeah, and he was in the sober living house down the road.
Yeah, I know. I'd go to rehab. I wouldn't meet anybody cool like you guys.
And,
I'd be in there with a bunch of losers.
He had hair down to his ass at the time.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I know if I'd go to rehab,
There'd be nobody there.
there'd be no one there, and I'd bum out.
Yeah, you know what? That's what Slash said.
Oh, you mad at those guys?
No, I'm not.
How come you call Slash Slosh?
I was going to say, he called him sloshed.
You call him Slosh? What's going on? What happened with that whole thing?
No, he just used to wear that shirt, rehab is for quitters. All the time.
That's a good one. You know what's weird with you? Because I know you a while. I mean, I don't really know you. I mean, we know each other from the show and stuff. But I love you, and I love your music.
Well, you've sung with us before.
Yeah, I've totally jammed with you.
Yeah,
I made you guys better. I think. Made you so good you broke up.
Yeah.
But anyway, when you were with Stone Temple Pilots, then you got pissed at those guys. Then you wouldn't join up with Slash and those guys with Velvet Revolver. Now you're pissed off at them.
Well, it was a 13-year, 5-album thing with STP, though. It was, and previous to that, 4 years before a record deal. So, it's kind of like a family,
Can I tell you the truth now? Now that it's over, I never got Velvet Revolver anyway. You should be with STP. Honestly, those are the guys for you. That's who you make your best music with.
Yeah, I mean, with a band, I kind of see this as like, that David Bowie period where he was in Los Angeles and just, writing hits and Young Americans, even though it's one of my favorite songs, and Not Happy, and then he, moved to, obscure place in Germany and with Brian Eno producing.
Yeah.
And
so you think that was your weird period, going off with Slash and those guys and doing
right now it's like that was his getting free period,
Right.
and making decisions for himself, making the kind of music he wanted to make.
So what's going on now? You sober, or are you having a hard time?
No drugs. No drugs at all.
'Cause
Yeah.
every time you tell me that, the next day I read you get arrested.
No, man. It's I haven't done heroin, and on December 5th it'll be 6 years.
You take Subutex?
What's that?
You take Subutex?
Suboxone.
You do take it?
Yep. It's helped me. I'm an advocate of it. Some people it works for tremendously.
So you're not sober, you're on Suboxone.
No, it's even in the big book it talks about some people having to take medicine.
Right.
It doesn't get you high.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Wait,
No, it doesn't. It doesn't get you high because it's got a blocker. It's got naltrexone in it
can't
as
get
well.
high.
Excuse me.
If you were to
doesn't
be
take it all
on
the time.
heroin and take it, you would go into immediate withdrawals.
Right.
What do you think's going on with you? Seriously, do you think did a doctor ever sit you down? Do you think that do you have like a mental illness, or do you have some? I'm 40 times in rehab.
Yeah.
I'm worried
Well,
about you.
I have bipolar disorder.
Oh, you're bipolar.
Yeah, and
so that explains it.
And also, when I was a little kid, I was told that I had ADD. They wanted to put me on Ritalin when I was 6 years old.
Do you think they should have?
You know what? It might have changed things. There's a member in my extended family who is young and was put on, the basic same thing kind of as Ritalin, and was getting in a lot of trouble at school. Very, very smart. And once he was put on the medication, wasn't getting in trouble at all anymore.
So have you ever had
green notes home, instead of red notes?
Have you ever had a full psychotic break? Have you ever had a full hallucinatory psychotic break as a bipolar individual?
No, mine were more. Only if I was shooting or smoking cocaine.
Right.
But no, on its own, no. Mine were more like.
You mean you never stayed up for days and then said, "Uh-oh, I can't. I don't know my reality."
In the studio, if I was on a manic period, I would force Doug to stay there till 5 a.m. if I was on a roll, because it makes you'd be really creative.
Right.
And we'd sometimes write 2 songs, in a day. I mean, write, record, and mix.
Wow.
But
is it good? Well, I mean,
yeah, it's incredible. But you feel like you can, nothing can stop you. I mean, you can take on the world, and then a week later, a couple days later, then self-doubt starts creeping in, and you feel like, what the hell was I thinking?
Right.
I can't do that.
It's a hard way to live, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you're self-medicated. Maybe that's what all the drug problems were. You're just trying to get normal.
That's what a lot of people tend to do.
On the road, Howard,
Yeah.
like when I went to see him and they couldn't get him out of the trailer, what's happening?
Yeah, what was
then?
happening when they couldn't get you out of the trailer? What was going on in the trailer? When you were on the road, those days they couldn't get you out of the trailer? What was going on in the trailer? Were you just getting laid, or what were you in there doing?
Now, usually it had to do with, because I'm going through a situation with my wife.
Really?
That is,
I heard you broke up.
Yeah.
You all right?
It's, well, it was a bad year. My brother died, and then
You're
that.
kidding?
No.
What did he die from?
It was drug related.
Jesus. Was he bipolar too?
Yeah, severe depression. I don't know if it was bipolar, but severe depression ever since he was a little boy.
No kidding. Oh, man.
An amazing athlete, amazing musician.
Were you close to him?
Oh, very close. Yeah, he was my best friend.
Oh, so you must be devastated.
Yeah, I had to go and identify his body.
Oh.
What, he OD'd?
No, I really believe he died of a broken heart. He hadn't seen his kids for months because of a restraining order, and he was just about to go to family court and be able to see his kids.
Right.
And then he went downtown to go score, got caught, and it ruined everything. And you know, he told his wife what happened, and you know, she said that she could just tell he had given up, and he never called me and let me know. I had heard, and I was really angry because we had just gotten really close again. I mean, he was with me on Christmas, you know, and we had made a turkey, and we had totally screwed up the gravy, and you know, and we were really good at, you know, making the gravy. We learned from our mom, you know.
Did you guys have incredibly bad childhoods or something? Did something weird go down?
No. We had actually, you know, my mom and my natural father had a divorce when I was young, but you know, we grew up in a small town where things were really pretty normal.
Really?
But you know, there's a lot of alcoholism and that, you know, that is pretty rampant through.
Was your mom an alcoholic?
You know, I don't want to.
You don't drag her into this?
Well, you know, she was sober for 25 years in the program.
So what happened?
We dragged her through the mud, though, for quite a long time.
So what happened? You and your old lady broke up, but she had enough of you being in and out of rehab and all that stuff?
Well, you know, she has, you know, her own stuff, and
you pissed off at her?
What's that?
You pissed off at her?
You know, it's a very complicated situation. You know, when there was the issues that happened with her, you know, I always felt I was there, you know, and whenever I kind of had problems, I sort of was left to figure things out on my own, and left your own devices. It's kind of difficult to
you bang some other chicks
on your own. No, I never cheated on my wife.
What about as soon as she said, "Okay, it's over"? How long did you wait before you started banging other chicks? I'd be out that night.
No. It was I don't know.
How long you wait? What's the time frame?
I have a girlfriend now.
Oh, of course. Hot model?
Model, actress, director.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Model, actress, director.
Model, actress, director.
Yeah, she directed one of the videos.
Doug, you met her?
Oh, yeah.
Hot?
Super hot.
Super hot, yeah. You hear them banging all the time? That's what's going on. Not yet? No?
Wait for the tour, though.
I'd like to see what goes on in there.
No.
She's a director. Does she look like Francis Ford Coppola?
I bet you.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
how many times was she in rehab?
Know, except for there's only a beard in like certain parts of the face.
How many times was she in rehab?
No, not for. You know, I don't know. It seems like, you know, it's what a business. I want to own a chain. I want to own the McDonald's chain of rehab.
Was she in rehab for sex addiction?
No.
Oh,
no.
That'd be hot.
No.
Was she a freak in bed?
Uh-huh.
I bet you are, right? I mean, you're into some weird stuff. I bet it ain't easy being in bed with you. I mean, there's a lot of things going on there.
Well, you know, I think it's a, you know, if you're in a relationship, it's a, and you love somebody, it's a safe place to have fun.
Did your ex-wife, was she cheating on you? Is that what happened? You caught her? I knew it. You were having your problems.
Wait for the answer.
I see the face. I don't need the answer. It's got it written all over him. Go ahead. Give me the answer. Go ahead, Scott. You let me know. cheated.
Who's he talking about?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
What are you saying?
I can't say for certain, but when I was completely drug free for 4 years. I had a 3-month bender on coke, and I didn't tell the band. Only told my manager, and I said, I want to go to this place down in Orange County, away from where all the paparazzi are, and I had the tour bus take me right there after the show.
Smart.
And I was there 3 days when I heard when she told me the news of.
She with a dude now?
No, that there was.
Another man?
Yeah.
Shit. And you're a fucking rock star.
Who'd she go to?
Who'd she go to? Who'd she go to? The pool boy?
No, Joe the plumber.
Really? Look at this. You're a rock star. That's a major decision on our part. Did she clean you out for money?
Huh? We're still going through it, but
do you know prenup, right? I remember you said yes.
Yeah, I got it.
You got a prenup. Oh, thank God. Somebody got a hold of you.
But you know what? California's sketchier than.
Did you know the dude she was doing it with?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything
want me
about
to find out something?
No.
Want me to put my boys on it?
It'll eventually come out, but it definitely drove me crazy for a long time. It was my biggest addiction. Really, was
sex?
Was her.
Her.
It was my wife. I mean, it was years, it was 17 years that we were in love with each other, and I thought I knew what my whole life was going to be.
You still love her?
I'll always love her. I would not go back.
No.
It's like as soon as the reality sort of hit, it was like someone put glasses on me, reading glasses.
Let me ask you something, though. She calls you up. She goes, hi. Oh, here, I can do it. Wait, she goes, because I got to understand this. I've never gotten this call. Hi, Scott. How are you? Does it go something like that?
That sounds like her.
Does this sound like her a little bit?
Sounds just like her.
Okay. Hi, Scott. Look, I've got some bad news. I guess it's bad. Well, it's good and bad. The bad news is I'm fucking somebody else. The good news is you can fuck someone else. So, what do you think? And you owe me a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
good luck in rehab.
Good and yeah, all the best. Bye. I mean, is it that quick? I mean, it's got to be crazy that far.
Kinda.
Wow.
And so for 4 days it was brutal. I mean, brutal. And then, the guys there were really cool, and we started kind of making a list of possible,
guys it might be.
Yeah, guys that it might be. Guys that guys that might want to go out with next.
Right. Oh, guys, that whole kissing thing, when you used to kiss guys on stage and stuff and wear a dress, was that to be cool in a way back then? Or
no, it was
are you bi?
It was just, no, I'm not bi at all.
So. I think you're into
nothing
chicks.
bi about me.
Strong drugs.
Right.
No, it was just completely to shock, and because we were we got massive so fast. I mean, it was like it was. Penis enlargement before they had penis enlargement.
Right, biggest band in the world.
So it was almost, and we saw our fan base so much different from what it was when we were a smaller band. Playing and touring around in an RV, and when we would play Sex Type Thing, people weren't getting the irony,
right?
What we were trying to put across, and there was this guys with this look on their face, and
you wanted to show them that they shouldn't be so homophobic.
Well, and so it's actually it was misogynistic. You know, it's like. I mean, everyone loves to fuck. I mean, hopefully. I mean, some people don't like to, and
a lot of girls have told me they don't like to.
No. You mean girls fuck you and they say they don't like it?
it seems like half the population loves it.
No, before they fuck me, they say they don't like them.
I am proud you are sober. I'm happy for you because I always wished that you would find some happiness and sobriety, and it looks like maybe you found it this time, right?
Yeah, you know, I'm not perfect. Like I you know, there's, you know, I do drink sometimes, and
you do?
And you know, it's something that I you know, it's the thing to work on next.
What do you like to drink?
Caucasians, White Russians.
White Russians?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Like the dude.
Yeah, White Russian.
Like the dude.
Look at you. Look at you with the White Russians.
Yeah, yeah. That's what the weight gain is.
You gain weight. You look like you weigh 3 pounds.
No,
you look good. You actually look good.
Yeah, about.
You were getting a little too thin. I was afraid.
12 pounds.
Really?
You were looking a little
Gained 12
anorexic.
pounds.
You were looking a little anorexic for a while. You look healthy now. You look like a young Clint Eastwood.
See, but you're the dude with
good.
money, so
He's
the
gotta
White
take off
Russians will
his
lead to
shirt.
white lines.
Right.
He's got to take off his shirt on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You got to take your shirt off on stage. You got to watch that weight. That's
yeah,
right.
I see. I can't do that right now.
Yeah. Get the big man tits and all that stuff, right? Me too. You can't always maintain it, man.
You are always well. You're still rail thin.
No. I got a gut. I got what they call a gunt. It's I got a thing going on there. I'm not that great a shape. No.
Howard, yeah, you're fat.
Now
Guy,
look
you're
at that
fat
guy.
too.
He's a mountain of molten lust.
You guys are getting fat.
Mountain of molten lust.
I got to do something about that.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
So you put out a new? Is this a solo album?
It helps, huh?
Oh, it helps. Big Subutex.
Yeah.
He's on Subutex.
But you can drink on that, huh?
Yeah.
On the Subutex,
You could drink on that, right?
Well, I try not to. The taste is shitty as
Really?
booze.
Right.
But you know what he said? What Scott said when I missed the Saget roast?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. I had done heroin for 3 days, and then I took Subutex 3 hours after the last. And so I started to turn green. I thought I was dying. I couldn't get on a plane. So he knows what I'm talking about. I went into immediate withdrawals is what happened.
3 ought to get together. That'd be nice.
Yeah, you could have your own meeting right here.
So Doug was telling us, Doug produced your new album. It's a double.
Both of us.
Yeah. It's 2 CDs.
Yep.
Oh.
And it's a solo project, right?
Yes.
And most of the songs about the breakup with your wife.
Yeah, it just seemed that, and it wasn't intentionally that way. It was just that, in those periods where, it just seemed, whenever she needed help, if she was kind of off the wagon,
right,
I was there to, help detox her at home, whatever, and whenever I would have a problem, it was like, you can't be around here,
That's cold.
So, so I would go to the studio, and, Doug has been sober for a long, long time.
13 years.
Yep. And
I got the whole story.
And he is probably the most unjudgmental, understanding, and thoughtful person, and not just from one point of view. He kind of takes, the whole situation and sort of would give me really good feedback, lay it out, and
you bring the new girlfriend down to the studio when you're recording these tracks? That's an aphrodisiac.
But and it would really inspire me,
Right.
and
what do you want to play here today? You want to do a song?
Yeah,
you want to do something live?
Yeah, do a couple. If we can.
Sure. Yeah, here's some headphones. Try these on.
Oh, great. Yeah, let me get some water.
You want water? And we'll get it for you.
Yeah.
Sit down. You're a rock star. You can. By the way, when those guys from Stone Temple Pilots got the phone call from you that you were ready to go back to them, they must have been beating off. I mean, there's money to be made on the road, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
There's money to be made on the road.
Yeah. I think we toured 2 months more than we should have, because the first 4 months everywhere sold out,
Right.
But we didn't have a new album, so the extra 2 months. It's like, ticket sales were worn assault, and then the whole economy fell apart.
Right. So, but all right. Stone Temple Pilots getting back together, and who knows? Maybe you'll make an album with those guys.
Yeah, there have been some amazing songs.
Yeah, all right. You want the headphones, or you want the nose spray?
No spray's in there. And I can't hear this guitar in here yet. It's not up. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't put it up yet.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that, do you?
Yeah, you don't need to hear that guitar. Just play it. What's the song about your wife?
Yeah, I need my lyrics.
Let's do that "Killing Me Sweetly," right?
Yeah, do one song, because I got to go to a meeting.
For the wife.
Pick this song about your wife, because
right.
I got to go to a meeting. You were late, by the way. Doug is playing guitar. He's the co-producer of the album with Scott. The single is called "Missing Cleveland." The solo album "Happy" is in stores November 25th. It's called "Happy," huh?
Happy in galoshes.
Yeah, but is that like ironic or something? I mean, you're not.
Well, it
really
means
happy.
like happy when it's raining.
Okay.
Really.
The solo tour kicks off in January, which I'd like to go see you do. And for tour dates, go to the scottweiland.com. scottweiland.com. And this is a song about your ex-wife?
Yes.
And what are we saying in this song? We hate her or we love her?
No, it talks about the times when I first met her, and it kind of is sort of a timeline.
Okay.
Did you meet her in Cleveland or something? What's Cleveland?
That's a different song.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
What's the name of this song?
I don't know.
Missing Cleveland?
No, Killing Me Sweetly.
Killing Me Sweetly.
Oh, Killing Me Sweetly.
Yeah.
She's killing you.
Do you have it memorized? Because I don't have it. The lyrics.
Really? You don't know?
You guys don't know?
Yeah, I got it memorized.
Do you really? Scott, are you sure you got it?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, okay. All right, I'll keep quiet now.
Are we ready? Here we go.
What's wrong?
No, I'm just thinking it's funny that.
I like that.
Really nice.
I really like that.
Little bossa nova.
Very beautiful.
I was enjoying that.
That's a beautiful song. Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
I'm not kidding. That's a winner. Boys came up with something good.
Thank you very much.
Really, that is nice.
You know, that wife ought to leave you more often.
Yeah, I like it.
You know what? She actually used to joke about that.
Really?
She's actually on the phone right now. She says, I can't live on $50,000 a month. Very nice song. Now, let's go back to court.
$50,000 a month.
Scott, back with Howard again, man.
He's the man. He's always been there from the very beginning.
There seems to be a genuine, concern when he talks to you about your life, and you're speaking very honestly back with him. Is there a mutual respect there?
Yeah. I mean, you hear interviews where he just destroys people, and then you hear some interviews where he has relationships with people over the years, and and I think we actually, like each other.
Right, because he was
and
getting
respect each other.
Definitely. He was getting some candid information out of you, but it didn't seem scandalous. It seemed very genuine.
Nope. And he knows, and he actually has a respect when to sort of back off and not push too far.
Right, and make it too tabloidish. So.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? When you come in here next time to see Howard, what will have happened, hopefully?
You know what? I don't know. I think we'll probably have. Do they do the full band thing here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll probably have our full band, and flying short people on wires,
suspended in midair.
Yeah.
So it'll be a full STP reunion with
with like the flying monkey outfits from Wizard of Oz.
Finally, get a true show. All right, man. Well, good luck with your new album, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
because I have a book out, I have an EP out, I'm talking to Howard Stern about it, and I'm really excited. I've heard a lot of things that Howard has said about me, and I'm grateful. So I'm excited to meet him and be able to talk to him, and I think it's going to be awesome. I'm going to have a lot of fun.
So what do you think Howard's going to want to talk about today? He's given you a lot of props in the past.
Yeah, it's great. I'm incredibly grateful. So I don't know. I'm a little nervous because he is Howard Stern. He is unpredictable, but it's going to be fun.
Sanjaya, if you remember Sanjaya, he was on American Idol. At the time, we got behind him to vote for Sanjaya.
Yeah, I think it was 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago. Has it been 2 seasons already?
It's 2 seasons since Sanjaya.
I always judge the passage of time. Oh, there's Sanjaya. How you doing, Sanjaya? Good to see you. Sanjaya was a contestant on American Idol. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
We worked hard to get you to be the American Idol, and we almost got you in.
You did plenty. You did more than your share.
Oh, he didn't win?
No.
He didn't win.
No.
I think the fix was in at a certain point.
Were you like was you second?
No.
You were about fourth.
7th.
You were seventh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Got you almost all the way through.
That's right.
How old are you now?
How many finalists
I'm
are
19.
there?
You're 19?
There's 10 that go on tour.
Well, but what is the entire number of finalists for the TV series? Isn't it 25?
Yeah, 24.
24, okay.
You know, here's the thing. When you were on American Idol, everyone was goofing on you that you couldn't sing. And the idea was, hey, let's put Sanjay through. But you passed the audition.
Yeah.
And I forget, what did you sing at your audition?
Signed, Sealed, Delivered.
Signed, Sealed, Delivered. They liked you.
Mm-hmm.
So it means you had an ability to sing.
Well, yeah.
And then somewhere along the line, everyone turned on you, right?
Yeah.
The judges turned on you. They turned you into a bit of a joke.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. You seemed like you took it, but you had to be in great pain over this when Simon and all of them were like almost laughing in your face.
Basically, Simon was saying you didn't belong there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's to a certain extent it was a little painful because I'm an artist. I'm trying to go out there and do my craft and then get like beat down for it. But on the other side, it's like these people are there. Simon in particular is there to be rough on you, to be just like you're here to be outrageous. It's
but you have a good attitude about it. I don't know that I would have. I would have punched him.
A lot of times,
I
especially with the young guys or girls, you think, is it really okay to be beating up on somebody who's 17, 18, 16, being that hard on them in their formative years?
Well, isn't it true on American